But 8 billion people, 8 billion monetary units. Of those monetary units in the world, you have 2 of them. I have 1 of them. Danny has half of one. If magically the next day there's 16 billion monetary units, did wealth go up in the world?
Nope.
Right? Same, just a different measurement. Abundance and money creates scarcity everywhere else. So what ends up happening is, but you think it did because you're 4, you're 2. If it didn't go to 4, then you got your pocket picked.
So if the distribution was equal, everything would remain the same.
Exactly. But what ends up happening is the rich get more of that, because the rich have more of the assets that don't move, right? More of the stocks that take that value. And the poor, inflation is wage deflation.
Yeah.
Right. So the poor, if you don't have access to all of the stocks, land, everything else, the things that are holding value better than others, they're all losing value, right? But some are holding value better than others. Then you're 2 going to 4. If it went to 3, you would think you were winning because you weren't measuring this. And the person that 50 cents that went to 55 cents and got a raise, right? Or half a monetary unit, they think they're getting a raise. And they're getting their pocket picked like crazy because they're measuring that system from the system that's being manipulated.
So there is an incentive, therefore, to hold debts, especially at the right interest rate. So, this house I've bought, I've got a 2% mortgage in an environment where we're living with 11% inflation in the UK. Luke Woman said to me just this week that he expects, which we'll get into, high double-digit inflation, perhaps even triple-digit inflation. I'm actually a beneficiary of that scenario.
Yeah, and if you had 20 houses, you're more of a beneficiary. If you're BlackRock and you're using that, and you can't lose because you know that you're too big to fail, then you can lever up like crazy. And you can buy effectively everything, and then rents go up. And again, it's picking the pocket of any working class, any productive member of society. It favors the rent seekers. And then we call those rent seekers the elite. And it's all based on theft.
Okay, so the theft itself